Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news, a tragic attack in eastern Afghanistan on American troops. Pentagon officials saying 3 U.S. soldiers were killed and another wounded when an Afghan soldier turned his weapon on our service members who were there to train him. The Afghan soldier also died in the incident, but the Pentagon is not releasing any specifics as they continue their investigation. The Taliban has claimed responsibility for this attack, which took place in the same province where the U.S. dropped the mother of all bombs on Taliban targets in April. President Trump and Vice President Pence have been briefed on this deadly attack.
When heroes fall, Americans grieve, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families of these American heroes.
There are vetting procedures in place for Afghans serving alongside Americans, but there are still legitimate fears that an attacker can put up enough of an act to join. Today's insider attack is the deadliest in more than a year. Back at home, groups across dozens of states rallying against atrocities committed under Islamic law, such as the oppressive treatment of the gay community and the mistreatment of women, while others say the demonstrators' message unfairly demonizes the Muslim faith. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has more on those protests.
USA! USA!
Across the country, protesters and counter-protesters squaring off, either against the threat of Islamic law or in defense of Muslim Americans. Seattle, Washington, police pepper spraying the crowd, several arrested for assault, while in Orlando, Florida, aside from a few verbal spats, a peaceful dual demonstration.
Being able to marry a 9-year-old, throwing gays off buildings, being able to stone women who were raped, everything it encompasses is not within the American Constitution.
The protests, organized by a group called Act for America, which is against the spread of Sharia law. But counter-protesters who demonstrated on this day, often in much greater numbers, say the group is out to vilify an entire faith.
This is a thinly veiled march against all Muslims. They're trying to declassify Islam as a religion and frame it as a political ideology so they could deny them the freedom of religion. These are fascists.
Protests were held in more than 20 cities, including Seattle, New York, Chicago, and San Bernardino. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Back here on the Sun Coast, rain and thunderstorms sweeping through the state and hitting our area hard throughout the afternoon and evening. The downpour making the roads a mess for drivers. One of our viewers, Andy Nilsson, sending us this photo taken from Midnight Pass Road earlier today, showing some of that partial flooding that drivers had to deal with throughout this Saturday. Let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on that weather. Look out there, Wendy.
I know, and you know where those areas are. You've driven through them. You know those low-lying spots that always seem to flood whenever there's a rainstorm. Well, we've had nothing but continuous rains over the last several hours, and so as a result, we did see some flood advisories that went into effect for portions of Sarasota County. Those have since been discontinued, but we're still getting a couple of light rains right now that have just flared up in the last hour, and we're going to continue to see some light activity over the next couple of hours, and then partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for the overnight time period. So once these showers come to an end for the overnight time area, then what we're going to be looking at is another start tomorrow with some more rain back in the forecast. But that's not going to happen until the afternoon hours. So you get a little bit of a break during the morning. You can see that the showers today started from the south and then just began that movement towards the north. We're going to see pretty much the same thing tomorrow. We'll let you know the time frames we're going to be dealing with and how much rain fell today. That's all coming up in just a minute. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office is searching for a suspect after an attempted armed robbery in Ellington. An employee of the Quicksilver store at the Ellington Outlet Mall unlocked the front door of the store this morning, preparing to open up when this woman walked in and acted like she was shopping. Deputies say that's when she walked up behind the employee and held a gun into his back, telling him not to turn around. The employee, noticing that the gun was fake, and ordered the suspect out of the store. If you recognize the woman in this photo, you are asked to contact the Sheriff's Department at their number, which you can find on our website or online. Florida tops the nation's list for things, Florida tops national list for things like its public beaches, but we also lead the nation in newly diagnosed cases of HIV. One area on the Sun Coast is considered a hot spot for the diagnosis in the state. ABC 7's Erica Jackson tells us what the Community AIDS Network is doing to help patients in Manatee County.
HIV attacks the body's immune system and can lead to AIDS. Florida's Community AIDS Network is working to educate and diagnose patients in its brand new facility.
It just went just like that.
You have cancer. 3 words Todd Hefner heard from a doctor at Sarasota Memorial Hospital in 2004 changed his life forever.
And they were like, you may not survive it because it was here, and then it grew up into my tympanic membrane, and then a lymph node here, and then it started to attach to my brainstem. Emergency
surgery saved Hefner's life, but also revealed another grim diagnosis.
So when I woke up, they said that you're HIV positive. That did not bother me.
In for the fight of his life, Hefner visited the Community AIDS Network, also known as CAN, and their comprehensive care clinic in Sarasota with the symptom of AIDS, but switched doctors after moving to Manatee County.
HIV is very prevalent in the Palmetto community. It's what we consider a hot spot within the state.
According to the CDC, at least 15% of patients with HIV don't know they have the virus, which is why CAN CEO Richard Carlisle is opening a facility in Palmetto.
It's certainly a lot better to know you have HIV versus having HIV and not knowing.
Patients can get tested for STDs and learn about HIV at the new facility and will be referred to a nearby clinic if diagnosed. Carlisle says more than half of the facility's education team speaks Spanish to accommodate the large number of migrant workers in Palmetto.
HIV covers all segments of the population. So it's important for us to be able to speak the language in the locations where the people are located.
CAN hopes to open its 29th clinic in Florida by the end of the year, making it simple for patients to transfer if they relocate. But Hefner hopes the Palmetto location will help him stay healthy and keep the virus at an undetectable level.
If I have a problem that I need to talk to someone, it's here.
The Community AIDS Network says early detection and treatment are a major key in living a longer life with HIV. Reporting in the newsroom, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
And now to a story every parent should hear this summer, referred to as secondary drowning. It's a rare condition that can strike hours or even days after swimming. And it's one condition that a family is glad that they knew about. When hours after playing in the pool, Garen Vega's son Gio became sick. They rushed him to the ER and doctors diagnosed the 2-year-old with pneumonia. Doctors say the condition is rare but can become fatal.
It takes a surprisingly small amount of fluid to actually cause damage to the lungs. In a child, it can be as little as a quarter of a can of soda.
The symptoms to look for when water inhalation may have occurred include coughing, lethargic action, difficulty breathing, and irritability or confusion. Experts say if your child has these symptoms, get them to a doctor. And if they're having trouble breathing, go to an emergency room right away. Still to come here on ABC 7, a gruesome murder investigation underway in Mississippi, what police found on the steps of this seemingly peaceful home, and a not-so-magical Disney vacation, why hazmat teams had to make a trip to Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare.
Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Donald Trump is expected to announce his new policy with Cuba in Miami next week, seeking to reverse some of the changes made under former President Barack Obama's opening relations with the island. Some policy changes being discussed include prohibiting business with the Cuban military while maintaining the full diplomatic relations restored by Obama, and maybe new restrictions on American leisure travel. And now to the intensifying spotlight on Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Lawmakers getting ready to grill President Trump's embattled Attorney General early next week about alleged Russian contacts and the firing of ex-FBI Director James Comey. This coming amid new fallout over Comey's explosive testimony and accusations of liar flying back and forth between President Trump and the man he fired. Sessions was the first senator to endorse candidate Trump, citing those campaign ties in March. Sessions recused himself from overseeing the Russia investigation. But this week, Comey hinted there was more to it.
We also were aware of facts that I can't discuss in an open setting that would make his continued engagement in a Russia-related investigation problematic.
Since there are so many Russia-related questions for Sessions, the Attorney General will now be appearing before the Intelligence Committee on Tuesday. A Florida man was shot and killed in front of his children while trying to buy a puppy through Facebook. Scott Bowman answered an ad from a man who said he was giving a dog away. Bowman's fiance said the man insisted on delivering the dog to their house, but became volatile and drunk after they invited him into their home. Scott and the man got into a fight, and then the man shot him in the chest with his 2 small children nearby. When police arrived, they took the alleged gunman into custody. Police say they are investigating that shooting, and there are still no word on any charges. Fans are mourning the death of television's original Batman, Adam West. His family says he died peacefully in his sleep Friday night after a short battle with leukemia. The Batman TV star Adam West passed away again after that fight with cancer. He is best known for his portrayal of the Caped Crusader in the 1960s TV series.
Shall I steal your voice or end your life?
Whichever you decide, I'm sure it'll be the wrong choice.
And his legacy with the show still alive right here on the Suncoast. That's a replica of the Batmobile West drove on that TV show, and the original Batcopter also located right here, property of local entertainment group Knock World Entertainment. It was not the happiest place on earth for nearly 20 park goers at California's Disneyland after guests got a nasty surprise. A flock of geese flying by and defecating on them, prompting a response from a hazardous materials team. According to Anaheim police, the incident happened shortly before 9 p.m. in front of the Sleeping Beauty Castle. Nobody was hurt, and the smeared visitors were taken to a private restroom to clean up and also given clean clothes. So if you thought lions were a problem at Disney,
lions and tigers and geese.
Try heading out to Disneyland sometime.
Oh my!
It's not good PR.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Can you imagine? They have to bring out a hazmat team. That's pretty scary.
Yeah,
isn't it?
you gotta take those seriously, I guess. Yeah. I don't know how it works
wow.
exactly.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. There wasn't anything happening today, but it did appear as though the sky was falling, didn't it?
I think just water falling out of our skies
today. Oh, that's all
today,
it was.
thankfully.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Well, we had a lot of it, and we just continued to get rain and rain and rain, just bands of it coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico. And right now, we have plenty of it out in the Gulf, but we're just looking at a couple of showers that are still lingering around our area. And so that's going to be with us for maybe another hour. And things are expected to die out later on tonight. So what we're looking at is this band of rain skirting on up more towards the north, and then we're looking at the showers that we're seeing right now that are going to be pretty well dissipating as they continue to move on towards the northeast. So we've got a little bit of cloud cover right now across the region, but we're not really going to be seeing much in the way of rainfall until sometime tomorrow. Sometime around 11 o'clock we should start to see about a 20% chance of rain, and then we're going to up those chances as the afternoon wears on. Now, as far as the rainfall amounts, they were impressive today and yesterday. We are looking at the 24-hour totals, and you can see anywhere from 1 to 2.5 inches of rainfall across our region, and that has been taking place throughout the day today. We're expecting to see more of the same kind of rains coming on through our area once again for tomorrow. So our enhanced satellite picture is showing you all of the moisture that's out here in the Gulf of Mexico. And the reason we're also seeing everything lifting on up towards the north is that a cold front that came through the area on Friday has now begun to lift on up towards the north, and it's just taking all of that moisture along with it. So more and more of it is developing out here in the Gulf. And you can see there's all of this moisture coming across the Yucatan Peninsula, and so it's all moving in our direction. Expect to see more rain tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that. That's what's going to be taking place. So each and every day we are going to be seeing showers in our forecast. The rains are going to be affecting the west coast of Florida, moving on into the central part of the state. This is going to be true all the way through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week as well. We need the rain. We're going to get tired of it. We're going to start hearing complaints very soon, but that's what's taking place as far as our showers are concerned. We only got up to a high of 86 degrees because there was a lot of cloud cover around. 88 is normally the high that we see for this time of the year. Right now we're looking at temperatures mostly in the low to mid 70s, and this is taking place all across our viewing area. Currently at the airport, they're still getting a few showers, 75 degrees right now. Dew point is high, humidity is high, winds are coming in out of the southeast. If you are heading to the beach tomorrow, winds will be out of the east, seas 1 to 2 feet, and we're looking at a temperature reading of about 84 degrees, and rain is in the forecast once again for tomorrow afternoon. So we've got a 40% chance of rain on Sunday, but we up those chances 60 to 70% all the way through Thursday of this upcoming week with highs in the upper 80s. Adam?
Grab your umbrellas. Thank you, Wendy. Sports is coming up next.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-962-4112. That's 1-800-962-4112. Call now, 1-800-962-4112. For a free brochure, call 1-800-962-4112.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills, wow, stop stains, and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. Now, sports.
Double the baseball, double the fun in Tampa today. The Rays with a doubleheader against the Oakland Athletics at the Trop. It was 70s Day in St. Pete, complete with throwback uniforms and what unis might have looked like if the team existed back in the 70s. Here's what the Rays ball boy would look like if he played in the infield. How about that diving stop? Kid who loves his job right there. Now the Rays' actual shortstop, Tim Beckham, delivering some offense down a run in the 6th inning. Double to right center, scores 2, and the Rays take a 4-3 lead. Later on in the 9th, back-to-back doubles off Alex Colomé tie the game at 5. It's the 3rd blown save for the Rays closer so far this season. But never fear, Captain Consistent, Evan Longoria delivering the walk-off single to left. Rays win the first game 6-5 in 10 innings. And in the second game, it's Oakland who explodes for 16 hits. They beat the Rays 7-2. The teams will play one more time tomorrow afternoon. The NBA Finals will go to a Game 5 thanks to a record-setting offensive performance from the Cleveland Cavaliers on Friday night. The Cavs setting a number of NBA Finals records, including points in a quarter with 49 in the first quarter, points in a half with 86, and three-pointers with 24 by the game's end. Also, plenty of drama in this game. 7 players receiving technical fouls, including LeBron James and Kevin Durant exchanging words right here, had to be separated by referees. No ejections, though, even though Draymond Green came close when coaches thought he received a second technical foul. It actually turned out to be a scoring error, but after the game, Green let his frustrations boil over into a personal shot at Cleveland's fans.
I don't really pay that much attention. I don't pay much attention to anybody in Cleveland, honestly. Don't seem to be the sharpest people around, so that's, yeah, whatever.
Shots fired. Draymond Green's mother, Mary Baber, got into a fight with a Cavaliers fan courtside during Game 3 in Cleveland. Just to note, the series heads back to Oakland on Monday, where the Warriors are still one win away from sealing that championship. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
The former boyfriend of Bobby Christina Brown has been arrested for reportedly abusing his current girlfriend. Sanford police arresting Nick Gordon after his girlfriend filed a police report saying he beat her up and held her at her home Friday night. Gordon is facing charges of domestic battery and false imprisonment. Last year, he was found legally responsible for the death of the daughter of Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, but Gordon did not face any criminal charges. A girls' soccer team is pushing fashion trends and banding together, cutting their hair in support of one of their teammates. This after the youth team was kicked out of a tournament because one of the players was mistakenly listed as a boy due to her short haircut. The team now showing off their unity with the attitude, short hair, don't care. Some players cutting off a little and some cutting off more than a foot. Why not? It's not going anywhere.
And it'll grow back.
More aerodynamic out there on the field. Could be an advantage for
There
them.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That
Always
sounds
thinking.
good.
There you
That
go.
sounds good. But we're going to see more rain back in the forecast once again. The morning will be okay. And then beginning at around 11 o'clock, we're going to start to see those showers coming on through once again. All week long, it's going to be like this.
So get out to the beach early.
Yes, early.